There's very few video game titles that are as effective at getting right to the point as Violent Soldier. Okay, with that title I'd expect it to be some kind of top-down run-and-gun in the Commando style, but it's a sci-fi themed shoot-'em-up instead. Violent Soldier is original to the PC Engine. It's not a port of an arcade game or anything like that. But it's not very hard to see which arcade games it draws influence from. This is a game that really wants to remind you of R-Type. The plot of the game is that in the distant future, a space colony is affected by a mysterious force that causes machinery to go out of control and attack people. The solution to this is to activate the Violent Soldier, a biological superweapon designed by people who are apparently unaware of what happens to people who design superweapons and give them names like Violent Soldier. While there's a lot of visual influences that Violent Soldier pulls from R-Type, the thing that you're really going to notice is that you're able to charge your gun. You do that by holding down button 2, and once it reaches the top of the bar and you release the button, there's a small explosion that surrounds your ship. This move is absolutely required in order to get past later stages of the game. That becomes a bit of a problem because other parts of the game really want you to rapid fire. And if you have a rapid fire controller, you're going to have to keep switching that on and off. I mean, I guess you could smash button 2 as fast as you can, but you'll really have to pound it here. Violent Soldier has a power-up and weapon system that's a lot more complicated than it seems at first glance. You get power-ups by destroying the pod ships that turn up from time to time, and they can drop one of 5 things, and 3 of those are kind of the same. And S is a speed up for your ship. I found that collecting 2 of them put me in the best condition, but I didn't go out of control when I collected more than that. You'll see little awkward bars that drop, and these act as options above and below your ship. The first one goes above, the second one goes below. These are very effective at screening your ship from incoming attacks. They'll both destroy enemies that they collide with, and stop bullets. The options cover your ship extremely well, and so it's possible to use them both for offense and defense. In fact, you'll have to use them for both offense and defense. There will be enemies that you can't hit with your guns, but you still need to destroy, and when the bullets really start flying on later stages, you'll need the coverage to survive. The other 3 items are weapons. You can upgrade your weapon twice, and if you collect a different colored icon than the weapon you're currently using, you'll switch to that weapon. The key to the weapons is that they'll both become stronger as you get powered up, but you also get the ability to open up the front end of your ship. You start out being unable to open it, and then after 1 power-up it can go 1 step, and then after 2 it can open wide. As the front end of your ship opens, you get a bigger spread of shots, but they also become weaker. So you've got fine control over the trade-off between covering a large area and doing a lot of damage with focused fire. The orange weapon capsule is for the default weapon, the machine gun, and it's nice and straightforward. I think this weapon's the best at retaining its power when it opens wide. The blue is for the laser, and this one I think has the biggest difference between the weapon fire modes. When you're closed, you've got a powerful stream, and as it opens up, it becomes a crescent shot. The crescent doesn't do much damage, but it's really good at screening you from incoming missiles and small ships. Finally, the green power-up are homing missiles, and in this case, spreading out the shots gives them more area to turn in, potentially chasing targets down behind you. You're also slowing your rate of fire as you open up. All of the weapons have circumstances where they can be more effective than the other 2, so there isn't one where it's a bad choice. The other thing to know about opening up the nose of your ship is that that brown area also blocks bullets. It won't do you much good at destroying incoming ships or missiles. Anything solid that reaches it will destroy you. There's another way that you can stop incoming fire. So Violent Soldier has a pretty cool weapon system, but there is one significant downside. And that's if you're destroyed, you go back to 0. And that's annoying, but this is also one of those games where once you're at a certain point, then it's virtually impossible to survive if you're not fully powered up. This is a case where the first few stages are simple and straightforward enough that it will lull you into a false sense of security, and then at the halfway mark the game suddenly turns super evil. You do have infinite continues, and when you continue you're given the choice of returning to the beginning of the stage or picking up from a checkpoint, but if you die from stage 4 on, you might be better off just restarting. When looking for what Japanese players thought of Violent Soldier, I found one thing that came up over and over again. So many people were saying, I thought this was part of the R-Type series. I get the impression that it wasn't very popular on release, but it's gotten a bit of attention since then due to its high production values. My feelings on Violent Soldier are a little split, not on whether or not it's a good game. It's a good shooter. It's more that I'm wavering on whether or not it belongs with the upper echelons of the PC Engine shoot-'em-up library. And you know what? I think it does. The biggest weakness here is the lopsided difficulty, and honestly the bosses are really dull. I mean, look at this thing. It can't even hurt me. But the weapon system is really cool. There's a lot of fun twists in the stages, and it looks and sounds great. So yeah, I'll say Violent Soldier is excellent. A game that can stand proud with the best shoot-'em-ups on the PC Engine.